Hi, Alan. Christian here from Code Design. Hey, I'm thrilled to kick off our journey for the BioNova Natural Pools website redesign, content optimization, and local search marketing project. What you see on the screen here is a shared space that serves as a central hub. It houses all the information for your project proposal, information to contact me directly, and links to your sitemap and your free mockup, which we have already prepared. Here you can see my email address, my cell number, my appointment booking link, and my LinkedIn profile. Once you've had a chance to peruse the proposal, please don't hesitate to contact me so we can discuss it in further detail. All right, without further ado, I want to spend a few minutes going over the proposal, showing you the free mockup that we created, and also the sitemap that we have put together based on our initial meeting and some initial research. If we scroll down the page here, you can see that under the executive summary, there is a section for the free mockup, and you can view the free mockup by simply clicking this button. It will open the design in a new page, in a new browser window. Now, before we look at that, I just want to briefly go over a few elements in the proposal itself. Okay, so here's a summary of all the different phases of the project, and as you scroll down the page, you'll see that I describe in detail each phase and what will be accomplished in each phase. Now, the first phase, of course, is keyword research, and I have done some initial keyword research. However, if we move forward with the project, I would do a much deeper analysis of not only the keywords on your current site and how well those are working for you now, but I'll also use my tools and AI and my own expertise to dig out even more keywords, more targets for the content of your website, and that will all be based on search volume. So how many people in the nation are searching for these keywords, and also localized volume. So how many people in New Jersey are searching for those words? How many people in New York are searching for those words? So on and so forth. All of this data will be presented to you in an online portal. So as we prepare the research, you'll have access to all the prepared research. We don't just guess, we follow the data. We use data analysis tools, and you'll be able to see all the data, all the analysis, and some nice charts that essentially show what type of research we're doing, what the intent of the searches are, what the volume of the searches are, which keywords are working for you now, and which ones you might not be using but could work for you because they have a lot of volume or the search intent is commercial or local. After the keyword research, we do strategy planning, and you can see here under the strategy planning phase, I have the project sitemap. Now, I already showed this to you once. Initially, we crawled your website and we got all the pages from your website into a sitemap. Now, it was quite disorganized. So what I did is I took all those pages from your initial sitemap, I did my keyword research, I researched and reviewed your website, and I came up with a new structure for your website. If you click on the View Sitemap button, you'll get the sitemap opening up in a new tab. You can zoom in and out using the tools down here. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so we can see the entire sitemap on the screen. Okay, I want to go over what this sitemap is, what it represents, and how it will be used in your project moving forward. You'll notice that all the old pages from your old sitemap are gone. They either now exist in the new sitemap, or some pages have been folded into combined pages in this sitemap. All right, so you have three types of pages in the sitemap. You have main pages, which are represented by this solid blue border. These are the pages that will have custom designs, and each page will have a header and a footer, and then the blocks inside each page represent the different sections that will go on each of these pages. And these blue blocks will all be custom designed areas or sections inside each of the individual pages represented in this sitemap. Okay, so pages without a border, so these pages across the top here, they represent menu items that don't have a direct page. And what I mean is that even on your current site, for instance, you cannot click on the About, let's go back here. If you click on About Us, you'll notice that doesn't take you anywhere because there isn't an actual About Us page. Instead, you have to hover over the Our Team, Our Passion, or What is BioNova pages, and when you click on them, they take you to a page. So it's the same with the sitemap. These items here in the second level of the sitemap, they represent the menu items that we're recommending across the top of your header. So in your header, you will have these menu items, and menu items without a border represent just menu items without an actual page behind them. And then the pages underneath that menu item represent the pages that will show up in the flyout menu. So when you hover here, the menu flies out. Then you'll see links for each of these pages underneath. So we're recommending these menu items: natural swimming pools, About Us, projects, resources, contact, and start a project. And you'll notice that what I'm doing here is I'm combining a lot of these pages either into or as sections in new pages, or to go under and be restructured to the flyouts of these top level items. Okay, I said there were three types of pages. So there are the custom pages, which will all receive the same header and footer, and then custom interior sections per page. Then there is a standard page. So that's demonstrated by these gray outlines. Now, standard pages are just pages that are not custom designed. They don't have custom designed sections. Typically, they just have basic text content or an image and basic text content on them. These are your standard page. If you're going to create your own pages in WordPress on your site after the project is complete, this is the standard page you would get when creating a new page, and then you could put whatever elements you want in between the header and the footer. That's a basic standard page. Really, this is the basis for the custom pages. However, the custom pages will have very purposeful sections inside them that have keyword optimized content and functionality, and they will be custom designed. So they'll have special designs to really make them be aesthetically pleasing, easy to use and navigate. The third type of page is what we call a template page. And what that means is, while you do have some custom designed sections inside these templates, you have a lot of pages where the content will just be flowed into those sections, right? So if you click this button here under blog article, you'll see we have all your current blog articles listed underneath that. those blog articles all have images and text content. So those images and text content will be flowed into this template. So each blog article would have a featured image at the top, textual content, post content and images, then a social sharing section, a post navigation section, and a related post section, right? Where related posts are by category or tag. And same with the category and tag archives. If you go to a particular category, you'll see a list of associated articles for that category, and you'll see a list of all categories, so you can quickly switch between these category archives to see articles of a specific category or articles of a specific archive. And each blog article that you view will be structured with the same template. All right? Then these light blue blocks, while they still represent custom designed sections on this page, they're colored differently than these dark blue blocks to indicate that this content used to be essentially its own page. And our recommendation is that we combine the content from those pages into a single page to make that single page 10 times more powerful than each of these pages were previously individually. And you'll see we did that both for events, where we want to have an events page that has custom sections for your webinars, your seminars, and your trade shows. And then your start project, where we want to have what used to be multiple different pages combined into a single page, so that a user doesn't need to click around to get access to all of these resources and assets that they want to have access to when they're thinking about starting a project with your company. So like financing options, the brochure download, the guide download, how this whole process works, and the estimate form for submitting to you to receive an estimate for their NSP. There are some other pages down here: the privacy policy, the terms policy. These are linked from the footer, so they don't really flow into this structure that is demonstrated by your top level menu. That's why they're down here, but they're just the standard page. So the header, the footer with the text content for privacy or the text content for terms inside or between the header and footer. And then down here, this just represents that we'll be creating a custom theme. That theme will have a header area that is a template that goes across the top of each page, a content area that is the basis for your basic pages and also for building out even more customized pages. And then the footer, which will also be a templated section that goes across the bottom of each page. And then we just define some setup things that happen in the administration area. This is all detailed in the proposal inside all the different phases of the proposal. It's detailed quite well there. So if none of this is making sense to you at the moment, just review the proposal where I detail all of this. Okay, so the reason I wanted to show you the sitemap is because this actually becomes a really central piece of the entire project if you decide to move forward. Here's what I mean by that. First, if we come back over here, there's this strategy planning, right? So once we figure out what keywords we're going to use in the keyword phase, right? We figure out what keywords we're going to target. Then we strategize. So we figure out which target keywords go with each of these pages. Because in the next phase, the content creation optimization phase, we'll actually take all the current content out of your website. We'll put that into a shared Google Drive where each Google Doc in the shared drive represents one of these pages. Then during the strategy phase, we assign keywords to each of these pages. Here's what that means. We want this page to show up for the keywords assigned to it. We want the home page to show up in search results for the keywords assigned to it. We want our team page or the conversions and renovations page to show up in the search results for keywords assigned to it. Then we collect all the content from your website, we put it in Google Docs, where each Google Doc is in correlation with each one of these pages and their assigned keywords. Then we optimize the content. Sometimes we rewrite to put in the keywords to the content that is specific for the page we're optimizing. And we also expand content in this phase. So we might write more content. We might need more content on your page so that we can use those focus keywords for that page more times as a stronger signal to the search engine that this particular page should be ranked for that particular keyword when someone uses the keyword as their search query in the search engine. And why this sitemap becomes a hub is because we actually put the keywords in here, right? We'll assign the keywords to this page. You can see we'll assign the title tag, we'll assign the meta description, we'll assign the heading, which will have keywords in it. And during this phase, you'll even see an area down here below this where we show which keywords are assigned to this page. There will also be links here. So not only will you see the keywords that are assigned to this page, but you'll be able to click a link and it will take you to the associated Google document that contains the content for this page, where we're optimizing content, rewriting content, or even expanding the content that will eventually go onto this web page. And further, when we get to the design comp phase, you'll get another link here that you can click on and you'll go to the associated design comp in Figma for this page. So you'll be able to quickly come to the sitemap. You'll be able to see what the page is, what sections, custom designed sections will be on that page. You'll be able to click and see the content that will go on the page. You'll be able to click and see the designs for the page, which is a merging of the designs for each of these sections in the page and the content associated with it from the document, all keyword focused, all optimized so that any individual page you're looking at is optimized and prepared for high-ranking results both nationally and locally for the focus keyword. All right, back over to the proposal. So after the content optimization, so after the keyword research, after the strategy planning, after the content creation and optimization, we are ready to prepare the design comps. Now, if you remember, I said the free mockup was ready. I didn't show that initially because I waited until we got to this phase of the project. Now, again, there will be a design much like the free mockup I'm about to show you for each of the pages in your sitemap. Okay, and so far that is 15 pages. So you will get 15 design comps. There are also 5 template designs. Remember, we said that some content flows into a template. So all the blog posts have the same type of design and layout as their template structure, and then the blog content flows into them. And then, of course, your standard page. So let's scroll back up here to the free mockup. Again, you'll just click on the button, and this will open up in a new browser tab where you can see the mockup. And also, This is how you'll see every mock-up for every page that we design a custom mock-up or a template for. So let's click the button. Here the mock-up loads up. You can see if you hover over the top here, you get this bar. You'll be able to click the comment button here and then click anywhere on the design comp and leave your comment. Design comps or creating these web designs, it is a collaborative process. So we create the comp, we show it to you, you look at the comp, you evaluate, you provide feedback, we revise the comp based on your feedback. With that said, please understand this is an initial free mock-up. I haven't done deep research yet, so some of the text here is based on my short preliminary research. None of it's set in stone. It could all change or be readapted during these first two phases, during these first three phases, right? Especially strategy planning, when we assign keywords, that might change some of the titles. Content creation and optimization might change some of the wording of the sentences and paragraphs. Okay, back over to the free mockup design comp. So you can see here, we've got your logo, we've got the menu. Now there's a little mistake here. That should actually be a plus there. The plus represents that there's a drop down. So you would hover over and the plus would change to a minus to indicate that the drop down is open. And then when you release the drop down and it goes away, then that would change back to a plus to indicate that the drop down is there. So you can see that your menu items here correspond with this first level of items in the sitemap. So again, natural swimming pools, about us, projects, resources, contact, start a project. If you hover on natural swimming pools, you'll see menu items for the pages listed underneath. If you hover over about us, you'll see menu items for the corresponding items underneath, so on and so forth for each of these menu items, except for contact and start project, which do not have drop downs. If you click on those in the menu, then you'll go to those pages directly. Okay, so we did add blue. Now, your site was awfully green, and I felt like blue was a good alternate color because water is mostly blue. It's clear, but it often appears blue with sunlight or with the surrounding area, etc. Anyway, this blue I thought matched your green pretty well, and I felt like you needed another color so that everything wasn't so green. Okay? And then here we've got your main headline. Welcome to BioNova Natural Swimming Pools. Step into the future with BioNova Sustainable Natural Swimming Pools. Embrace eco-friendly swimming and leave the chemicals behind. We just get right to the point. Natural swimming pools, that's what you do. Okay? They're sustainable, they're eco-friendly, and they don't have all those bad chemicals. And we've got the beautiful picture in the background. We've got this cool like water wavy border. You scroll down here a little bit. You've got step into a chemical-free paradise with BioNova's innovative swimming pool solutions. This is beautiful, a beautiful picture, by the way. Start your project today. Immerse yourself in the luxury of nature with BioNova's natural swimming pools. Our pools, free from harsh chemicals, provide a unique and healthy swimming experience. I'll let you read the rest of this text, but you can see that I've already written some things into your free mockup here. This is just a great example of, we'll do the keyword research, we'll do the strategy planning, so we know which keywords we're going to target. Those keywords will then be used in your titles and in the content that we either repurpose, rewrite, or expand on during the content creation and optimization phase. Okay, so we're saying that you're experienced technicians, satisfaction is guaranteed, financing options available. We do some social proofs with these logos of the associations you're a part of. Again, you'll see there's a bit of a theme for waving here. And for me, I'm thinking rippling water, waving water, moving water. We felt like just putting these curves in here, it gives the whole website kind of a movement feel. And water is a movement type of thing, right? You splash in the pool, the wind blows, the water moves, you might have fountains, etc. So water is, there's a lot of movement. You get in, you swim, that's a movement. So we wanted to really bring out a feeling of movement across the different sections of your web page. Okay, below that, we would show a gallery. Beautiful pictures again. Of course, they can link out to the full gallery. A little below that, we introduce some of your videos. They can click on these and a video would pop up in place and play, or they can click here to see the videos page. And again, all of these are in your sitemap. So again, you have you have projects, you have your gallery, and you have your videos. Below that, we have the call out or a call to action for the guide. This would take you to, this would pop open a form. That's my thinking, where they can fill that out to get the guide. And below that, we have another call to action. This would go to the estimate form. Below that, we have a custom testimonials area. You could click the arrows here and the testimonials will change. Then below that, we've got the blog section. These items here are categories. You could click on them and the options here will change to be only posts from these categories. Or you can click here to go to the blog page. Again, that is in the menu. So you'll hover over resources and you'll have a menu item for blog. Below that, we have a social stream. So this is your Facebook. This represents like a Facebook, Instagram posts. So as you're posting on Facebook, as you're posting on Instagram, or any other social profile you want to include in this stream, those posts will automatically show up on your web page, creating a very symbiotic relationship between your social properties and your website. You can click here and go to the actual post on those social properties. And as you post on those social properties, that content will automatically appear in this section on your homepage. A little below that, we have the beginning of the footer, again with the wavy kind of water movement border. We've got this beautiful pool with that beautiful stonework and the different sections of the pool. Man, I would love to have a pool like this. You've got to get in touch, which is just a standard contact form. Again, we haven't even written the content here. This is just placeholder text, but people can click here to initiate a call or see the phone number. They can click here to initiate an email or just see your email. And then below that, you've got a more standard footer. So your kind of BioNova stamp, a financing advertisement where they can click to go to the Lightstream site, and then of course the bottom of the page with the terms and privacy. So I think this is a lot more classy than this. And not only that, but again, none of this is set in stone. This is just our initial first stab at your free mockup. If you really like this, if you're vibing with this design and this look and agree that we can produce designs for you for not only your home page, but for all the pages in your website, each of these pages with a blue border, they're going to get beautifully designed sections like this like you see here in the free mockup. You'll get beautifully designed sections for all of these dark blue blocks for all of these different pages. The quality of all of the designs across all these pages will be similar to this. Now, that doesn't mean that this is the final design. If you choose to move forward with the project, we can, of course, revise the design you see here, and you can revise the initial design for all of these pages once you see it. Again, you'll be able to look at all these designs. You'll be able to use the commenting tool here. You'll be able to make your comments, request revisions, and also we'll go over all the designs in Zoom meetings during this particular phase of the project. So we can take the designs in any direction you want. The free mockup is just proof. It's proof that we make great website designs, that we know how to build your website so that it is keyword focused, so that it's beautiful, responsive, keyword focused, has content that is curated and optimized for those keywords for each individual page so that each individual page can show up and have high rankings in search results, both national and local. Okay, let's go back over to the proposal and let's just quickly go through the other phases. So after the web design comps, the next phase would be website configuration. This is where we get the WordPress website set up. We prepare all the plugins. We do all the configurations. We build all the forms that will be used on the website. And you can see that in each section or each phase, I'm showing you what the key tasks will be. I'm describing the phase in detail. I'm showing you what the key tasks for that phase will be, what we'll be accomplishing during that phase. Okay, so we'll do website configuration. Here's all the tasks we would accomplish. Okay, so at this point, we'll have done all the research. We'll have done all the strategy. We'll have done all the content curation, creation, and optimization. We'll have taken those keywords and that content and we'll have used it to build out beautiful designs and templates for all the pages of your website from your sitemap structure. We'll prepare the website and configure it, and then we'll start building all those designs. So these designs that are keyword focused, content optimized and curated, we'll build all those designs into actual web pages. And we'll do testing. So we'll build all the web pages. Okay, we'll test them on phones, tablets, laptops, and desktops. We'll test them on 3G, 4G, and broadband. Okay, we'll produce all your blog posts. I want to back up just a little bit. We will be curating the content on your blog posts. So a lot of your blog posts are too short. So they're not relevant and they're not ranking really well. Some of your blog posts do rank really well, mostly the ones with long form content. And I also noticed that there are many blog posts that have duplicate content. And what I mean is you took content from another website or another web page online and you just copy pasted that content into a blog post on your website. That's called duplicate content. And Google doesn't necessarily like it. And you don't really get penalized these days for duplicate content. But what you don't get is you don't get your blog post in search results or sometimes even indexed in the search engine. So one of the things we'll do is during the content creation and optimization phase is we'll actually curate that content. Anything that is duplicate content, we'll rewrite it. And anything that is where the content is too short, we'll expand it. And this is actually really beneficial because you do have some pages that are ranking okay, blog posts that are ranking okay, and you have some pages that are not ranking really well, but they're indexed, so they're already in the search engine, which gives you a really great starting point and platform to actually get them higher up in the rankings. And the more blog posts you have higher up in the rankings, the more relevancy the search engine gives you The more relevancy you have, the more likely you are to appear at the top of the search results for all your key phrases and keywords. So we'll build all the pages onto the website. Okay, and when we're done, all the pages will be done. All these pages will be created. They'll be according to the designs from the design comp phase, and the content from the content phase, and the keywords from the keyword phase. And also, the website itself and each page on the website will pass a technical site audit. So we'll audit each page using audit tools. And if we find any inconsistencies, we'll fix the inconsistencies. And when we're done, all your pages will score a 100. Then we'll do a final quality assurance testing phase where we'll expand how we're testing. So we'll do iPhones Pro and Max, iPad Pro, iPad Mini, iPad Air. We'll test on Samsung Galaxy phones, Maxes and Ultras, on Samsung Galaxy tablets, on Windows 11, on MacBook Pros, on Mac Pros, so iOS, OS X. We'll put the website through the paces and make sure it's performing well, looks beautiful, and loads quickly on all these devices, and again on all these internet connection types. After that's done, your website is basically complete, but we'll also follow up with a technical content analysis and on-page optimization. And here's what I mean by that. We've done your keyword research. We've done your content curation and optimization, and that gets us about 90% of the way to being completely optimized. The final piece of that, the final 10%, is actually going into each page and using a tool that looks at each page and tells us if we're completely optimized for that page for its focus keyword. So we'll do a complete on-page analysis and SEO checklist for all 114 pages that are on your website that are presented here in the sitemap. All these pages and then all the blog pages currently represents 114 pages. So we actually go into WordPress, we use the tool, and so we set the keywords, we set the focus key phrase, and then the tool uses AI algorithms to tell us, are we 100% optimized? Do we have the right focus keyword? Do we have it is the SEO meta description the right length? Is it properly using the keywords? Does the keyword appear in the content the right amount of times? Okay, and the AI algorithm, it's based on millions of searches on Google. It's based on following Google and Bing webmaster rules for how to appear at the top of the search engine. So the AI knows all that information, and it's really good at evaluating in fine detail the page and whether the page you're evaluating is 100% positioned to rank well for that key phrase. You'll also get all these, we'll also set up all these reports. So you get 6 months of reports with this package. You get a keyword ranking report, all the keywords we researched in the initial phase. You'll be able to see where you're ranking, where your website is ranking for those keywords, and which individual pages are ranking for those keywords, both national and geo-targeted. So where are you ranking in New Jersey for these keywords? When someone searches in New Jersey, where are you ranking? When someone searches nationally, where are you ranking? Local search grid report, citations report, backlink report, links and website authority report, Google Analytics report, and a Google Search Console report. So we'll be setting up Google Analytics, we'll be setting up Search Console, we'll be setting up the ranking reports in my own software, ranking.codedesign.co. So you'll have access to all of this online anytime you want. Some of these, most of these reports refresh weekly, but some of them refresh monthly. But you'll always have immediate access to see all your reports. Okay? Then after that is done, after we've done the analytics tracking and reporting setup, then we'll do your Google Business Profile creation and optimization. And finally, that will be followed by, so once the project is complete, then we would start your monthly local search marketing package. I like to call this the full court press. Basically, once you have your website redesigned, keyword focused, content curated and optimized, you have the structure, you have everything audited, it's technically correct, it's SEO optimized and audited, it's got all the reporting hooked into it so that we can see the result of our efforts and we can track the results over time. Then once you've got all that complete and your Google Business Profile in place and optimized, then you just keep up the pressure. So you do these digital marketing techniques to keep up the pressure, to keep signaling to Google and Bing about everything on the website that you prepared and launched. And in that manner, then you're constantly signaling the search engine and you see your national and local search results start to skyrocket. And of course, all the reporting is in place so that we can track the progress of that week to week, month to month. You get 6 months of the reporting with this package. However, you can extend that by continuing to do the month-to-month local search marketing package. So for every month that you do the local search marketing package, you get all those reports. So the initial website launch gives you 6 months of the reports. And after that, if you continue to do the local search marketing, you get those same reports month after month. Okay, that was a lot to go over. We're at 42 minutes. There is a facts section down here where I answer quite a few of the most commonly asked questions. Then the price. So the total cost for your website design and development comes in at $18,000. Your Google Business Profile creation and optimization comes in at $1,200. And then the local search package is $800 a month. Now, I want to talk about the price a little bit. So, the proposal I have presented here with a medium to large size agency, what is proposed here in my presentation would typically run $30,000 to $50,000. As you can see, I'm coming in well below that. Now, my business is not a medium or enterprise sized business. I'm a small business. I would actually say I'm somewhere in between a small business and a medium sized business. But we produce medium sized and enterprise level products. You're getting a medium sized, what I'm proposing here is a medium to enterprise level agency package for about half the price you would get it from a medium to enterprise level agency. However, there's no reduction in quality. What you would get from one of those agencies for $30,000 to $50,000, you would get from my agency for just under $20,000. So it's really a great deal at a great price for the level of expertise and quality of quality of product and experience level you'll be receiving for this price. The other thing I want you to consider is if we spend essentially $20,000 to produce the website, and then we do the $800 a month afterwards for, I suggest or recommend, at least 12 months. If that were to produce an extra 10, 15, or 20 projects in a year, would that not easily pay for this project in totality and even give you a lot more profit after the fact? You need to consider that a well-researched, well-strategized, well-prepared website is a tool just like any other business tool, right? So if you buy equipment to install the pools, forklift, all the pumps, all the brickwork, the trucks that you haul equipment in, these are tools you use to run your projects and produce profit, right? A forklift is going to run you $15,000 or $20,000. A new work truck can run you as much as $50,000, right? But it's an expense that is offset by the value of the tool. You won't go out and buy a really crummy forklift that won't actually do the work you need it to do so that you can produce the money from that work. You won't go out and buy a truck that's going to break down, because then you will have wasted your money, right? You go out and you buy a nice truck, a good tool that will last you for years to come, that will pay for itself. That's what a well-researched, well-thought-out, well-structured, well-designed, well-prepared website is for your business. It's a quality tool that pays for itself. Like I said, if all of this works to get you even 10 more projects per year above what you're already getting, right? If we add 10 projects, 15 projects through our efforts, then the tool has paid for itself 10 times over. So what I'm proposing is to build you a top of the line quality tool that will actually provide a use and a result for your business to help drive leads, sales, capture projects, and will pay for itself through that process. Okay, that's the end of my 48-minute video. Again, once you've had a chance to watch the video, look over the proposal, please do not hesitate to reach out to me through one of my contact methods here at the top of the proposal so that we can discuss this further. And I really love your business. I really love your pools. I really love the idea of this, of the eco-friendly nature of these pools. I'm totally vibing with that, totally on board. I'm excited about working with you and looking forward to our next discussion.